Hello and welcome to this full free course in Blender, where we'll create a simple yet powerful 2D face rig that you can wrap around your 3D characters. In this lesson we'll create the eye textures procedurally, iris, pupil and reflections, all using shading nodes. It's simpler than it looks, I promise. If you like the block themes I use in my videos, you can get one for free or the 6 theme pack for a small fee. You can also support my free content by picking up the premium course version, more in-depth, beginner-friendly with downloadable materials, or buy the eyes, mouth and nose rigs separately for a small fee. Find the links in the description. Select the face. Now let's do the eye. Let's move here to the eye and select the material from here, the eye left material. Let's remove this guy, delete, and then Shift A, emission, connect it here. Then I will add a color ramp and a gradient. Let's change to spherical. Let's add a texture coordinate, plug the object here, and then we go here. Let's duplicate one of these empties. Just keep clicking until it's selected, and then Shift D and move it to the center of the eye. G, let's name it F2 empty iris left, enter. Then we select the face again. Let's try the eyedropper this time. So when you see the name of your empty, you left click and voila, we have our eye. We change here from linear to constant. Let's move this stopper. And we have this inverted demon eye. So let's flip these stoppers here. And we have this. You can just have an eye like this. It works for a lot of cartoon characters, but we will do a complex shaded eye and then you choose how complex you want it to be. Let's create a new stopper here and let's change the color to something like green or blue or whatever. And then you can move them around like this. And we can also add a mapping node. Put it between these two, increase the size here, so click, drag down, and then move like this. You can use Shift again, and we have this. Now we can select these three, do I think Shift P to create a frame. Let's do N, let's name it iris, enter. Let's change the color to red, and now let's create those iris lines that go like this, and for that we will add something called a Voronoi texture node, and let's add a mixing node, mix color, put it here, plug this guy here, and I will plug the object here to the vector. So unlike with the mouth, in which we needed 3 separate texture coordinate nodes and 3 separate empties, here we need only 1 empty to control the whole iris. Now you see we got this multicolored thingy, so we should add a color ramp to control the colors. So Shift A, ramp, put this guy here, and now we got black and whites, and of course we can customize these colors however we want, but you see this is not what we want. We want some lines, and for that we need our map and node. Let's add it here, and we change from point to normal, and this is what we get. And you see that we have sharp edges here, and you can want this, or you can change from F1 here to smooth F1 to have these smooth lines. But now of course we don't want the lines to appear here and inside the pupil, but only in the green part. And for that we go to the mix node and we change here from mix to overlay. So you see we have options here also, just like we have with Photoshop layers. So we switch to overlay and we get this, and then we can play with the factor to have the lines appear more or less. You can also play with the color ramp, and you can play here with the scale to get more or less lines. And you can also, if you don't want to have lines, you can have something else like these pretty points. The options are unlimited, and it's one of the advantages of doing this process procedurally. So let's switch again to normal, and then I want to add a shadow inside the eye. So first, with these 3 nodes, let's select them. Let's do Shift P and then N, and then name this lines. Enter. Change the color to maybe this orange. N. And I think I will duplicate this one here. So we select the frame and everything, then Shift D and duplicate it here. G, move it here. I think I will select this color stopper here and delete it. Nice. And now I will add a new mix node. Shift D. It is still on overlay, just like the first one. Then we plug the color with the color. And then we change here. Yeah, it's spherical. It should be spherical. Let's connect our texture coordinates to the vector here. And voila, we got this circle. So here we don't want constant, we want linear. And I think we will switch these two again. And yeah, we got this. Then we will use the mapping node to move this circle a little bit down so that we get the shadow from the top. So it should be from the Z. So let's try to move the Z. Yes, it worked. Very nice. I can also make the circle bigger or smaller using the scale here and then move again. I think this is good. And we can also play with the factor here if you want the shadow darker or lighter. I think this is good. And now I want to add a reflection. So again, we duplicate this one. Shift D. Let's rename this one and also change the color. So N, name it shadow. Change the color to yellow and voila. Now we name this one reflection and change the color to green. Okay, so we plug the vector to the vector and we plug, yeah, we need another mix node. So Shift T, duplicate it here and plug the color to the color. We will change this to constant. And we have this. I will also change the transparency of the black part to 0, the alpha. And then we plug the alpha with the alpha. And we need to change again this from overlay to mix. And we have this reflection. It's too big. Maybe we can move it like this or resize it from the mapping node. Let's try to move it up and on the x-axis here maybe. It's actually moving in the opposite direction. And I also want to turn it into an oval. So I guess I should change the Z scale. Yes. And then I want to rotate it. So I should be able to rotate it on the Y-axis, the one that goes from front to back. But if I do that, it doesn't work. And to fix this, you need to change here from point to texture. And now let's try it. Yes, it works. So yeah, then we can increase the scale and move again the Z and the X. You can use Shift if it's moving too fast. Hold Shift and move these sliders. And then you can control the transparency from this stopper. So you left click and change the alpha and you have this. So this is it. We are done with our left eye. Only one more thing we need is to add a black line that will allow us to close the eye completely. As we saw, let's go to eye close. You see, when we close the eye, we still can see the eye through this space. So to fix this, we will cheat and add a black line, and it will be just like we did with the teeth. And we also will need another empty. So let's select this empty and Shift D, duplicate it here. And we will name it F2 empty eye close left. Enter. Then we select the face again, and I will, I think, duplicate this one. Shift D, put it here, name it maybe black line, and give it a new color. And this one will need its own texture coordinates because it will be controlled by a different empty. So object to vector, and let's try with the eyedropper again. Choose empty eye close left. Nice. And we change here to linear. We keep here constant. I think this time we should decrease the alpha of the white stopper to 0 and the black to 1. And then we plug the color. Oh, we need a new mix node. So Shift T, duplicate here, and color to B. And we got this because we messed with the mapping node with the reflection, and then the alpha we plug it here on the factor. So we change the angle here back to 0, and let's try 0 here and 0 here. The scale, I think I'll change it to 1. Let's try to move this empty down. Let's try to move it sideways. And yeah, it's actually vertical. We could use the mapping node to change the rotation, or I think I will do just like I did with the teeth and add a separate XYZ node. And if I recall, it's the Z that I should use. So let's try again. Select the empty. Yes. Let's keep the empty here and then select here and move the Z location here. Shift and move it here. Nice. And then we select our empty again. And we have this. Now when the eye close, we can use the slider. We will connect it to a bone to close the eye completely. And I guess our eye is done. I think I'm going to select my other materials. Where are they? The brow material. I will also remove this guy and add an emitting node. And I will do that also with the stroke here. Notice when I get this down, you see this one is black, dark, and this one is reflecting some light. Also the nose. So select the face again and select the last material, the stroke. Remove this BSDF thingy and then Shift A emission and plug it to the surface and change to black. Also, I think the eyebrows turn white. So let's choose again and get a brownish color here. Nice. So let's get this empty up again. And what about the other eye? We can't have the same material for both eyes. We need a duplicate of our eye material. Escape, then I will duplicate this empty, Shift D, X to move it on the X-axis, put it here on the center of this eye, and then do the same for this one, Shift D, X, move it here. Then I will do F2 and name it empty eye close right, enter, and select this one and name it, we can rename it here, double click, empty iris right. Nice. Now we select our face again. We go to the materials. I think I will add a new material and I will choose eye left. I will make it unique. I will rename it eye.r. Enter. This new material is selected now. IR from here. Then we change the empties here. So let's delete it. Get the eyedropper. Choose this guy. Then we do the same here. Delete eyedropper and here, and then we should go to edit mode and do face select this face, and then do I think Control plus. So we have the center face selected, and when we did Control plus we selected the surrounding faces, and now we can select our eye right material and do assign, and voila, now we have our right eye. Yeah, beautiful. Back to object mode.